WB4RPL here with another installation. Name is Robert. I'm sure you guys have seen on the channel the Dodge Ram installation I did, and then the installation of my wife's vehicle, the 09 Journey. It's a beautiful summer day here in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, we're in Monroe, but suburb of Atlanta. This is the new truck. This is the radio installation of the Ram. The radios were taken out, and this is the truck that replaced that truck. It's a 2001 F350 with a regency conversion package, which we're going to show you why the regency package on this truck was a nice little extra feature when putting the radios in. So this truck has 3 radios in it. There's 2 ham radios, a analog Kenwood TM-V71A, which is on this antenna right here, which is a Comet SSB7. The other antenna on the other side over there is another Comet SSB7 that feeds the Icom 880H digital Dstar radio. And then the antenna here in the center is good old CB radio, which is used to feed the Galaxy 939 peaked and tuned to 100 watts CB radio. Do you want to walk around the other side of the truck here real quick? Everything's mounted to the headache rack. Headache rack is not grounded. It has these foam pads up under it that keep it from rattling. Of course, and it's mounted to the plastic here. So there's a ground cable that's been installed here that is a ground out for the whole headache rack, specifically for the CB radio mounted there, but it also acts as a ground for the 2 ham antennas. So there's everything's done. All the cables hidden up nice and tight out of sight. We're going to go into the cab here real quick and show the placement of the radios and do some tests. Alright, we are now inside the cab of the truck, and you are looking at the radio installations here for the WB4RPL mobile setup. So on the left there, right here, we've got the Kenwood TM-V71A 2-meter 70 centimeter dual head radio. Over here we've got the brand new 880H Icom Dstar rig, and then of course in the center here the big honkin' DX939 Galaxy CB radio. So the heads are nicely tucked in here. This one is held under the cup holder. Don't use the cup holders in this truck because the center console here kind of blocks them from coming all the way out, so they stay up like that. Holds that thing perfect. This is, if you have any Icom stuff, you know that it's magnetic, and it holds pretty good there. Then of course the head for the Kenwood is shoved in this little hole here. All we did was we put 2 pieces of double-sided stick tape on the top and the bottom of it, shoved it in until it quit going back, and there it sits. It's not coming out unless you pry it out. And then the only part that we had to cut was fitting in the 939 because it's such a big honking radio. We just took a saw and a pair of a Dremel and cut the console here and smoothed out the edges, slid it in. It's not even bolted down. The angle that it's sitting in there keeps it wedged in. So you could slide it right out if you want to. I'm not going to because it takes 2 hands to position it back to get it back in the brackets. That it sits in custom brackets that hold the bottom of the radio at an angle so it stays in an angle, not flat. That's the only thing that's holding it in there, but it's wedged in there pretty good. The bodies for the 2 ham radios are located inside the center console, so the 880 body is sitting literally right here. We're pretty much almost touching the top of the 880 there, and it is sitting like this between this panel and the ham radio, and then the Kenwood is sitting like this up under this panel, and you pull this out to access it all. Power is supplied by a 10 gauge copper braided cable, insulated braided cable coming from the battery there, and then a common ground. It's screwed into the floorboard of the truck, to the chassis of the truck up under the console here. You pull the carb back, put a screw into it. And the only thing I don't have done that I want to do is a rig runner to run the power for all this stuff. Like I said, right now it goes into a chunk block. It's about this big. Cable comes in, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 smaller outs. It's not fused. Of course, each radio has its own fuse on its line setting and its power line there. but I want to be able to put a rig runner in here. I can put the dash camera on the rig runner as well, and then I'm going to put some 12 volt power in here for the iPhone to charge the iPhone off of. But that's the setup. I want to show you guys one thing real quick that I'm very proud of, which is my SWR reading on this radio here. So this is the SWR, well, the meter off of the radio here. We're just going to key here. You see we're right now. Audio. So the SWR reading never gets above 1.5, which is really good for CB radio. I haven't got a chance to test the range on the CB radio yet, but we'll find out here in a couple weeks. I'll be going to get some fireworks pretty soon here, and we'll be on the road. So anyways, there's the installation in the new truck. Hope you guys like it. Comment, share it. Any questions on how I did things? If you want to talk to me about any of the radios that are in this truck, I'll be happy to. If you're a new ham and have questions, I'm far not an expert, but I've learned a lot through just trial and error. Shoot me a message here on YouTube, and you know, we can talk about different radios, how the installations go, and all the stuff. The one thing I do pride myself in is I am very good with 12 volt and very good with automotive installations. So, you know, that's got any questions? Hit me up. I would recommend, if you're a new ham, this is the radio for you to get. TM-V71A. It was my first radio. The menu structure is very easy to learn. If not this, get a Yaesu. Icom's very complicated and very confusing to learn how to work, especially the Dstar system. This radio, fairly easy to learn how to work, intuitive. This one, I wouldn't go anywhere without having a laptop to program it. Anyways, that was getting a little off task there, off subject. Like I said, questions, comments, put them in there in the box. WB4RPL, 73s to all. Y'all have a good time.